Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Boston Red Sox. We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely dialed in at the plate, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going his way. Looking forward to seeing if that same timing and energy carries over in this one.
Pitch coming your way next. Just a little bit away from first pitch, and on the mound in this one, Cy Young. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
True legend in this game with over 300 career wins. Always a joy to watch him go to work. It's effortless out there. Doesn't wear his emotions on his sleeve. Doesn't know when he's high or when he's low.
All right, ready to get underway. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. Outside low, and we're underway on Lou Gehrig Day in Major League Baseball.
Ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
That misses off the outside edge.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Right through there for a strike. Today, a significant day in Major League Baseball. It is Lou Gehrig Day throughout the majors as we honor one of the greatest players in the history of the game. And as well, we raise awareness for ALS. That's the disease that claimed Lou Gehrig's life back on June 2nd, 1941. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. When you think about the impact of Lou Gehrig on the world of sports, consider this. His number 4 was retired after he passed from ALS. It is the first number ever to be retired in all of professional sports. So effectively, the reason we have retired numbers is due to the fact that Lou Gehrig passed from ALS. The batter now, David Hamilton. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Personally, Lou Gehrig Day means a ton to me. I lost a close friend to ALS in 2007, Tim Sheehy. And you're talking about a disease that is 100% fatal. And the average lifespan for people diagnosed with ALS is just between 2 and 5 years. Rengifo gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a ball hammered left field. This one's got a chance, and it bangs off the monster. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
First and second, no outs. And next for LA, Don Baylor. That one outside, and it's 1-0. One of the other important pieces as far as raising awareness for ALS is that it is necessary to raise money not just for research but also for patient care. The average out-of-pocket cost for somebody with ALS is $250,000. First and second, no outs here in game one of this 3-game set. And a count 1-2. And there's a ball.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. First and second here, no outs. That one ripped. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Bases juiced. No outs.
Ball.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
And downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Full count.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So digging in, Troy Bloss. 4th in the AL in RBIs.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Now 1-1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And that skips in the dirt.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Just missed.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI.
This guy is giving me nothing but a penny 50-50 pitches right now.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
And now it's Christian Walker.
How many times have we seen an early at bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
And that drops in for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Tough start for him so far. Already at 30 pitches here in the first. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back now at Fenway, getting the nod on the mound, Reed Detmers. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Trying to bunt his way on. Barehand scoop. Nicely done for the out. As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. At the very bottom, hitting 9th, Nico Horner.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting in a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy is always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Hank Aaron at the plate now. That's ball 1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
One out, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a curve is down and in. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there are 2 down.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Manny Ramirez, the next to hit, takes outside. Ramirez with a homer in his last game. Smoked on the ground a second. And that is that. First frame of the night behind us, and it's 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Chili Davis.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field. But he can jump you if you make a mistake.
That misses the zone, and that is. Is ball one.
What's going on, Caden? What's bad? I don't know. What do you mean?
That's a ball.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
Oh, I was watching the, what? I didn't, that was yesterday or today? I saw that, yeah, I saw, we don't get many TV stations at our cabin we were at. We get Channel 2, though, so I saw the Liverpool won. That game was on. Wow. And I'm guessing that was in England?
And that's in the dirt.
People are just ridiculous. Like, as much as sports is exciting and as much as you can be passionate about sports, I'll have to take a look. As much as all that stuff is, like, passionate and exciting and, like, you might hate an athlete, like, because he beats your team. Like, you know, for years and years I hated Tom Brady, obviously, right, for beating my team and, you know, all that stuff. Man, that's crazy. Who decides, like, at that point, like, that's what I should do? Like, what? Like, to me, none of that stuff makes any sense. Like, I always said when Brady was playing, like, if I seen him walking around, would I clip him in the kneecap? Would I chop block him in the knee? Sure, I'd go to jail for that. And Buffalo, the entire city, would probably bail me out of jail. But I would definitely be in trouble for that. But he wouldn't die from that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not something I never would have wished death upon Tom Brady, even though I hated him as a player. You don't hate him as a person, even if you want to make jokes about him as a person or whatever. We make a ton of jokes about him here, but you know, like I just don't get people like. That's wild. So maybe did it just happen? Maybe they didn't release like too much information yet. I saw they were all saying that on the broadcast last night. Knicks in 6. Knicks in 6. I don't know if I'd be happy if they won in 7. I don't need them to win in 6. I'm a Bills fan. So my handle on here is Bills Mafia. I have season tickets. I live in Buffalo. That's my NFL team. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, there's no place in sports for people being such sore losers that they're gonna interrupt a team's parade and try to do like mass damage to people. An hour ago, yeah, I was out mowing the lawn. That's wild. I'm watching the Red Sox and Brewers right now. Brewers are up 2-0. They just had a moment of silence for all the people, all the men and women who've lost their lives to keep our nation free. They've been doing that all around baseball today at 3 o'clock, whatever time zone they're in. 49ers fan? Yeah, the Niners are good. So the Ravens are good, too. Those are both good teams. It's just crazy to me that people would, like, no matter how much you love your team, you're gonna go do something like that. That's crossing a line. Like, man, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to look at that.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Willie Mays.
I'm guessing that's a 7 o'clock game tomorrow, or 6 o'clock for you, because you're in a Central Time Zone, Caden.
Just missed.
That would be kind of crazy if they did win. You're a lifelong Orioles fan? Yeah, I don't, people were asking me at the start of the year. There's another guy who will join my streams sometimes. Oh, 8 p.m. game Eastern? There's a guy who joins my streams, I wouldn't say frequently, but once in a blue moon, and he's an Orioles fan, and he was asking, what I thought about them this year, and this was like maybe a month ago. I told him, I said, I think they still have a lot of talent. They have a lot of position player talent. Yeah, but yeah, I said this was a little bit earlier in the season, maybe a month ago. I said, I feel like the loss of Corbin Burns is gonna hurt them. When they had Burns, and Burns is not trending up in his career. He's getting older and trending slightly down, I feel like, but he was still an ace, and they don't have an ace now.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, Caden, I don't know if you remember me telling you early in the year. I know you're newer to baseball, but the 162 games, man, it's double what the NBA plays, it's double what the NHL plays. It's just games like that. Hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports, in my opinion. They lost 3-2. It's not like they got crushed by the Rockies. And even if they did, they might have stopped. They didn't want to use their good pitchers to wear them out in a game they might have been losing. And, there's just so much. There's so much strategy. Sometimes you don't. If you think you're going to lose by 5 or 6, and you don't think your team is going to come back, sometimes you're like, okay, well, you got to eat it that day, and you just throw a guy out there and you tell him to, yeah, you throw a guy out there and you say, all right, you just got to get us out of this rest of this game because we don't want to burn out the rest of our arms pitching in a game that we think we're going to lose. So, there's just so much strategy to, you got to think about the next day. You got to think about the day after that. You're not going balls to the wall on a Sunday like in the NFL where you're going hard for your teammates and you're going all day long.
2 out spaces empty.
Yeah, he's definitely going down a little bit, but I still think he would have had some type of presence with Baltimore. Yeah, I don't. Does he have an over 4 ERA? I feel like he's got an under 4 ERA. So doesn't he? I'm on my fantasy baseball app right now. Let me look. Corbin Burns. No, he's got a 2.73 ERA and he's got a 1.18 WHIP.
2 outs.
I mean, if they got him to a cheap contract, Caden, I think, if they signed him to a 1 year, $1 million deal, that's not bad. But I think Burns is actually doing really well. He started off the season slow, but his overall season numbers are actually pretty good right now. So I do think that is a loss that the Orioles are feeling for sure. And sometimes it's just not your year, But they have a lot of young talent, so I do think they can rebound next year. I just, personally, it is surprising to me, too. I didn't see this coming from the Orioles lineup.
Back at the ballpark, and they have really struggled at the plate the past month as we take a look at the numbers.
Yeah, Fried is killing it for the Yankees. I don't know if anyone saw that coming, and Fried's been super injury prone his last couple of years. Like, I think his durability rating on this game, like Cy Young's is 95. I think his durability is like 37 or something ridiculously low, because he's missed a lot of time over the last couple of years. And I think he had Tommy John surgery, and then I'm not sure what his other injury was, but I think he had 2 bad injuries.
To shorten your path to the baseball, put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Got him swinging.
Man, he stood no chance in that at bat. A 3-pitch strikeout, swung through all 3. Tell you what, Boog, it's not a good feeling at all.
Yeah, I bet you there's teams that are kicking themselves saying, you know, I don't know how many years the Yankees gave him.
In there long enough, then I've had a couple. My God.
I mean, there's not a ton going on. Although it depends, you know, when it's during the day, if you're off and you get to watch it. Yeah. Well, it's fun if you get a chance to watch them. I mean, a lot of them are on at like 7 at night, but right now it's the playoffs. So it's hard to compete a regular season baseball team against playoffs. In any sport, like I love hockey. The hockey playoffs are my favorite thing in any sport. They're just so intense. Mays walk. Williams going to play. Okay. But basketball playoffs are also on too. So like. Those are also good. Even if you're flipping back and forth, you're not really tending to throw a baseball game on instead. The Oilers won yesterday, so it's the Oilers, Edmonton Oilers, and Dallas Stars are in the Western Conference Finals, and Edmonton is up 2-1 in the series.
Top of the third, no score.
And in the Eastern Conference Finals, Carolina is down to Florida 3-0, and they're playing tonight. So if Florida wins tonight, they sweep them. And Florida won the Stanley Cup last year, so they'd be going back to the finals for a second straight year. It's going to be hard. I kind of want the Western Conference to win it. I don't really want Florida to win again, but Florida is definitely a machine. But I don't know. I mean, Edmonton is a type of team where, like, I know you just follow some of my bets on Twitter and stuff, but Edmonton is a team where they have the most offensive talent, but they're also very shaky in goal. Yeah, they're kind of cool. So Edmonton is like, yeah. And my brother just chimed in. He said it'll be the third straight year Edmonton or Florida would be in the finals. But yeah, Edmonton is a team where they score a lot of goals, but they give up a lot of goals. So like you just never know what's going to happen. Dallas is kind of in between. Dallas is like they are an offensively deep team, and they have a good goaltender, but they're not as offensively talented as Edmonton, which nobody is. And then, yeah, Carlton Fisk, I don't think he's on the game anymore. He used to be on this game as a legend. I think they replaced him with Veritek. Veritek is not hitting for crap against right-handed pitching, but he's killing lefties for me. And he's good defensively. But yeah, Fisk was on the game for like a short period of time, I think, maybe a couple of years.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Yeah, the Panthers are a team that like they're very physical. The Panthers are the most physical team left in the playoffs. They're gonna beat you up. They're gonna let you know about it. Like literally beat you up since it's hockey. Kachuk is an instigator. I love Kachuk. I can, but their trade value is a lot. I know my brother wanted to get Pudge earlier in the year, but he's glad he didn't right now because I think Jorge Posada's leading. I think he's leading the American League in home runs. I just traded for Austin Riley because the Braves weren't using him because they had 2 other third basemen. They have Chipper Jones and Eddie Matthews. So one plays DH, one's at third base. So I just traded for Austin Riley to be like a backup swingman for me. I didn't have any backup position players that could hit, especially on the GOAT skill level. I mean, Fermin's my backup catcher, great arm. I play Hroner against lefties, and I bench Ozzie Smith against lefties, and he plays against righties. Boggs still needs to pick it up for me. I just can't get him going. I don't know why he's so good, but just can't get him going. I use Pete Armstrong as a defensive replacement and steal a lot with him as a pinch runner. He's got 12 steals and 3 hits. But yeah, I been playing Ortiz at first, which usually he's just a DH, but I don't have room to not DH him because I have Ted Williams. I have Ted Williams in left, or I have Manny in left, and they're pretty much the same defensively. Ted might be slightly better, but one DH is for me, one plays left. Yeah, Veritek's been hurting me a little bit against righties, but against lefties, he's mashing for me against lefties. Let me go over to that. He's in 200 against righties, but 370 against lefties. Boggs makes me more mad than Varitek because I kind of knew what I was getting with Varitek at the start of the year. You know, a solid defense, good arm, black the ball in the dirt, can draw a walk, can get a clutch hit sometimes. Yeah, Yaz isn't on the game. I don't think Yaz has ever been on MLB The Show, to be honest with you. I don't remember him ever being on this game, unless someone made him up, unless someone did a creative player. But he's never been an actual legend they brought on this game, which is very surprising to me. At the start of the year, I traded for Willie Mays, Wagner, Hank Aaron. So, yeah, Tech's been a little bit of a black hole against right-handed pitching, but
yeah, the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
I got everything covered pretty much, I feel like, unless there's an injury or unless there's some bad slump that someone can't get out of and I got to move on from them. My other spot, I just made some deals. I just moved around some people. My bullpen's pretty darn good. My starting pitchers are good too, with Pedro, an all-time great. Pedro, Cy Young, all-time great, but he's a little older on MLB The Show, so he starts to decrease. Yeah, I mean, that's really the only thing I'm lacking, but Andy Johnson, Clemens. I just traded for Newhouser from Detroit. I traded them Cliff Lee, who wasn't doing that well for me, but Hal Newhouser is doing poop. So I'm going to see if he's going to turn it around with me. And I picked up Scooball in the deal where I gave away Cliff Lee. So Scooball is like my swing man. Scooball is my long reliever / like I could use him against lefties as a bullpen arm too. So my starting pitching has a ton of depth. I gotta see what's gonna happen with Newhouser from now till the trade deadline. I'm gonna give him some time, I think, because he's got a lot of good attributes, but he wasn't putting it together for Detroit. So I'll see if he changes that for me. Scooball, you mean? I think that's supposed to say Scooball. Yeah, Scooball. Yeah, especially in a long reliever role. I mean, he's a 95 overall sitting in my long reliever role, so hopefully that'll bode well. But I might even have to bump him up to my rotation if... Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. But if Newhouser performs like he did in Detroit for me, then I can't keep him. I'm going to have to do something. But we'll figure that out, I guess, as we go.
Back in the day, Boog. In fact, fans used to give him a hard time in his rookie ball days because he started the season with a long slump. He'd get messages questioning if he should go back to pitching, but it turns out he made the right choice.
1-2.
Cut out and missed, struck him out, and there's one down.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Jason Varitek, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Also, part of the thinking with trading for Austin Riley to be a bench piece for me, I had Andres Jimenez, who I traded to Detroit in that deal to get Newhouser and Skubal with Cliff Lee. Part of the thinking with getting Austin Riley on my bench is I'm going to, late in games, if I need to get a hit against a right-handed pitcher, I'm going to pinch hit him for Varitek. Look at Varitek, though. Against lefties, like, I don't know. He's going to make it. Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad job.
Oh, yeah, catcher. I mean, you don't, for sure. If you have a great hitting catcher, you have a huge advantage because almost no teams have great hitting catchers. Ori Campanella is not on the game. Gary Carter is. I can show you after the game if you're still around on the stream after that. He's on the Nationals, so I would have to try to trade for him. He's kind of like Varitek, where he hits better against lefties, but he's got more power. He's better than Varitek, but he also costs more, so I can't trade. I can't do like a 1-for-1. I would have to give up more value. Uh-oh, I could be dead meat. Ah, damn it. That was close. That was closer than I maybe originally thought. Why did they just show Trout in that little cameo against the Green Monster? He's playing right field, not left field. Just got me.
Honest Wagner up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 1 so far. Fought off foul. Horner off of first with 2 away.
Yeah, it was worth the risk in my opinion.
There's a strike.
It's not like he was out by a mile. If you're out by a mile, you clearly make a bad decision in there somewhere. But in a 0-0 game, you know, Trout's got a good arm too. So maybe you should have held him up with 1 out. But I like to be aggressive. Make them make the play. You know what I mean?
Good job to fight that one off.
I'm trying to see if I can get Reed Detmers to throw a ball here, and then I'll try to take second. But a lot of times, ooh, that's not gonna hang up. Oh no, it's not. Yeah. A lot of times, if you try to steal on the computer and they haven't thrown a ball yet, sometimes they'll do a pitch out and then you're dead. So I like to try to get at least a ball in the count. So 0-2 is a bad count for me to steal.
Stepping in the long ball threat, Hank Aaron.
Let's go, Hank.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3.
The way I've been looking at it, though, is like, if my offense doesn't produce,
somebody call timeout. Maybe the pitching coach score.
Yeah, I think my brother has Posada, so I can't. My brother and I don't trade with each other because we're in direct competition with each other. So he's the Yankees. Piazza's a great hitting catcher, but then I sacrifice a good amount defensively because he's in an average arm. He's like an average defender. So Piazza's an elite hitting guy. Elite power too. I don't think I want an extreme shift in Fenway against a 41% pull hitter. Go straight up. Maybe I'll leave the infield extreme, but I don't want him to hit a slicer into the triangle or right field. We'll leave the infield shifted.
Very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Although he's not awful rating on this game, he's like in the 70s. Like if you could compare him to Varitek, I think he's got like 70-something fielding, like a 77 arm, 78 accuracy. So his arm's similar to Varitek's. Reaction time is probably in the low 70s. His blocking's probably in the 70s as well. It's elite hitting, though. I mean, Pudge is clearly, in my opinion, the best catcher in the game, and I think the best catcher of all time. But Pudge doesn't have a ton of power, but I also don't need him to have a ton of power. Like, my offense has no runs right now in the 4th inning, but I'm not going to blame that on my number 8 hitter being my catcher, who actually got a hit because I was playing a lefty.
Next pitch is downstairs.
I go in a lineup with Ted Williams and Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz and Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. I need those guys to carry the wagon offensively, you know. Like,
they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the
mound
wants to keep attacking.
Those guys were hard. A lot of those guys were hard enough to acquire because of the trade value and their age. So I had to give up a lot of prospects. Yeah, I mean, you should be. If you're a baseball fan, you know that's a guy you should be a fan of, for sure. Uh-oh.
Left center field. That one carrying.
Damn you, Mike Trout. He gets a run and he takes a run from me.
It's 1-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers.
He's literally a 2-run difference in this game right now.
Still gave up the long ball.
With that great throw from right field. The only bad thing about Cy Young is Cy Young throws a lot of breaking pitches, so sometimes you give up some home runs. Oh yeah, they call the fist Pudge too. That's nifty. You like these? So it's supposed to look like these are brand new. These in real life replaced those yellow ones, Caden, that they wore for a couple years. So it's supposed to look exactly like the green monster behind them. So it's supposed to be the same shade. You can't see it on these jerseys because their jerseys are tucked in. But yeah, it's an interesting green. It's not cayenne or teal or cyan or however you say that word. On the bottom, underneath the 3 and the jersey's tucked in, it's got the balls and the strikes, those 3 green dots and those 2 red dots, and it's got that in a little thing on the bottom of the jersey, but you can't see it because the jerseys are tucked in. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I think a lot of Red Sox fans actually don't like them, but I don't know. I don't know a ton of other Red Sox fans personally, since I live in Buffalo and baseball's a mixed bag with the team's fan bases around here. But I definitely think they're cool. I mean, I have an old school green David Ortiz jersey I just got from. So they used to wear it during St. Patrick's Day, but it's a totally different green. They used to wear it in St. Patrick's Day in spring training, and they used to wear it for batting practice sometimes in like 2003, 2004-ish. So I have a green Ortiz jersey, but it's not this color green. This is the Fenway Park green, the green monster. But yeah, they use the yellow for the check mark for the Nike and the numbers because of the foul pole and the foul line. And yeah, the lettering is the same as the lettering on the wall. So yeah, it's an interesting jersey. It's a good change-up.
In Troy Gloss. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Yeah, my brother's the Yankees fan, obviously, so it makes summers fun. Come on.
The next to hit for the Angels.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
There's already a hole in the right gap with Ortiz holding the runner on, so I'm not going to shift. So you got 91 stamina. Yeah, I've always liked them. I want to go to an Orioles game at some point because I feel like they have a cool stadium. Haven't made it out to that stadium yet.
Top half of inning number 4. That one finds the corner. 0-2 now. Just missed.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there.
Sounds good, Caden. Yeah, that's an all-time classic in baseball. I mean, obviously Yankees fans wouldn't agree with that, but I mean, Coming back from a 3-0 deficit, you know, looking dead in the water. Great underdog story. And then capping it off with the first World Series title in 86 years. I mean, that's a great story. You can't write a story better than that for that season.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. Just missed it.
Wow, that was so close. Is that in the stadium? Boog's Barbecue. I've heard of that before. Actually, John Shambi talks about it on this game, I think, because his nickname is Boog.
That's in there. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen.
In the stadium, yeah, that's cool. I'll have to check it out when I don't know if I'll make it there this year. I'm going to a Royals game at the end of June. Going to Royals and Rays. So that'll be kind of cool. Sitting by the fountains. Whenever I go to a stadium, I want to sit like in a cool spot. So like when I went to Fenway for Yankees Red Sox, I sat on top of the Green Monster. So that was expensive, but totally worth it. I sat in right field in Cincinnati in the last row intentionally, so I could turn around and see the river. Yeah, it's cool. And there's a couple stadiums I've been to where I didn't sit someplace cool, like I just at the third base baseline in St. Louis. I sat kind of behind home plate in Milwaukee. Oh yeah, they have good baked beans, huh? Oops.
Liner, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Travis d'Arnaud digs in. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1.
No, I've only been there once. It's about an 8.5 hour drive from here. So I had so when you're in Fenway, they have the Fenway Franks, but when you sit on top of the Green Monster, I sat like under this sign. I sat like where that lady in the red is sitting, almost in the second row there. So. But they have in Fenway they have Fenway Franks, but when you're sitting on the Green Monster, they're monster dogs. It's like a little, you can't really see it from on the game here, but you come up in that like little dark corner. There's like stairs that go around that bring you up here, and then there's like a little VIP like a little like velvet rope kind of thing, and they stamp your hand with a stamp of Wally. So that way you can go back and forth and come back when they check your ticket. So you can go to the concessions and stuff over there. But they also have some like roaming concessions that walk around up here sometimes. So yeah, so they're monster dogs. So it's a little different than the Fenway Frank. But
at second, Ward at first.
Yeah, no, I've only been there once. I'd like to go back again sometime. It's just it's not around the corner. The closest ballpark to me is Toronto, and their stadium is poo-poo. I really dislike their stadium.
Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Second closest would be Cleveland, and I've actually never been to their stadium. I've been to Cleveland a bunch of times, but I've never been to a Guardians game or Indians game. They were the Indians. Never been there, but I'll check that off at some point. But Pittsburgh is beautiful. The closest ballpark to me that's beautiful is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is an amazing ballpark.
That completes the strikeout inning over. Halos strike first with the solo shot. It's now 1-0.
Yeah, you want to hear a sad story about that? So, I went to a Blue Jays Red Sox game when it was in Buffalo when it was their temporary home here at the AAA stadium we have. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get to see the Red Sox in Buffalo. How cool is this? This will never happen again. You know, I'll live another 60 years and this will never happen again. And the freaking game got rained out. And then I think like this was near the end of COVID, I want to say. Well, not the end of COVID, it's still a disease, but during the end of like the pandemic, I guess I would say. I think they went back to Toronto, or their series was over after that, and they left. I can't remember, but I didn't get to go for another one. It was so annoying. I was like, wow, the one time the Red Sox are ever going to play in Buffalo, I'm going to get a chance to watch them. And I go to the game, and I'm sitting mad close, and then the game gets rained out.
Just off the inside edge.
How far is the stadium from New York City? So New York City is like 6.5 hours from here, maybe 6, depending how fast you're going. But I've been in New York City a couple times, but never to a baseball game there either. Never been to Yankees or Mets.
Here's a 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Oh, dang, so that's kind of far.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, that's not close. Yeah, 4 to 5 is like Buffalo to Pittsburgh, so that makes sense.
1-2 now.
Yeah, I get that. I wouldn't want to drive to Pittsburgh and then have the game be rained out. That would suck.
That's inside.
Well, I really hope Kansas City doesn't get rained out because I don't know what happens then. I'm flying on a Tuesday, got the game Tuesday night, and I'm flying back out on Thursday, so really hoping weather will be good for that.
Willie Mays digging in now. Worked to walk in his first trip to the plate.
Why can we not? 5 minutes away from Citi Field? So why you just don't like the Mets?
A little bit low.
Down low.
I should be lighting up Reed Detmers. Come on, man.
And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games. And a big reason
I like the Mets jerseys. I like the City Connect with the purple. I like the regular. I like the black jersey.
Way high.
I feel like they should have an orange jersey. Why don't they have an orange alternate?
Down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
I feel like they should have one of those.
Hit on the ground to short. Hamilton tosses to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ted Williams.
Here's the left fielder, Ted Williams. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
No ball.
He got away with one
strike.
there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Up the middle, and that one handled. Safe at first and an infield.
Yeah, the Yankees are obviously my rivals, so I have to not like them. As far as the Dodgers, you know, a lot of people are bothered by them now, but I've come to be like, you know what, I just wish my owner did that. You know what I mean? Like the Pirates owner doesn't spend any money. Then you wonder why, like, nobody wants to go to your games. Like, maybe it's because you spend $60 million on your roster every year, and there's 3 players in the Dodgers who can combine to make $60 million. So, I get it, like, the buying championships, like, thing. Like, I get it. But at the same time, like, I don't know, I wish my Red Sox would go do something. Like, I feel like they're a middling team right now in real life. They're just, they win 1, they lose 1. They win 2, they lose 3. They lose 4, then they win 7 in a row. Like, then they lose 5 in a row. Like, they're just, especially with the Tristan Casas injury, like, let's go. Like, are the Mets willing to trade Pete Alonso? If they're willing to trade Pete Alonso, I kind of like the Cardinals, too. I kind of feel like everybody kind of has to like the Cardinals. I'm not sure what it is, like, I just kind of feel like they're consistent, unless you're obviously a Cubs fan or something. But I just feel like, as if you're not a direct rival with them, I feel like a lot of people like the Cubs. They're just kind of like a lovable team, and the Cardinals are also kind of like that team that you just can't hate for some reason. But I bought a Cardinals jersey from China. I thought it was going to be a Mark McGwire, because that's what I ordered, and it ended up coming in as a Dexter Fowler. So I'm super upset. It's been sitting here for like 4 years. This stupid Dexter Fowler jersey. When I was little, I liked Mark McGwire, so. I know, it's annoying. There's not much you can do. I mean, I could have sent it back, but it's probably like $20 in shipping to send it back, and the jersey was like $20 in the first place. So, I don't know. It's not like. It just wasn't worth it. Actually, me and my friend did a group order, and it came in with his group orders like that. So it is what it is. But yeah, I kind of like the Cardinals too. They were one of my favorite teams growing up as well. When I was little, when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, I liked them. I liked Mark McGwire. Cardinals, Red Sox, maybe just because I like the color red. It's my favorite color, so that maybe had something to do with it. But come on. Oh, yeah, for sure. My brother just got Bob Gibson on his Yankees team on here. Lou and Stan are on the Cardinals still, but my brother traded Andy Pettit and Judge, maybe? I think he traded Pettit and Judge to get Bob Gibson.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
My offense has got to get going. Sang's not pitching terrible. He had a bad first inning. Didn't allow any runs, though. And 1 home run from Trout's the only offense in this game. Come on.
28 years old. And he was born.
But yeah, I'd like my Red Sox to go trade for, like, Pete Alonso from the Mets. Like, let's go out. Let's get a first baseman we can hit behind Raffy. I don't know. He's still pretty good in this game, though. I mean, he had some great years in real life. Obviously, he had, like, the best year of all time in real life that they had to actually lower the mound because of him. So, but he's still pretty darn good. I don't know. I mean, I think he's probably a top 5 right-handed pitcher. Look at Willie!
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
And stepping in is the speedy David Hamilton.
Classic Willie Mays player right here. We got to check the replay on this one. As Michael Cole would say in WWE, if you're a wrestling fan, vintage Willie Mays here. He didn't take a great route though, kind of. I feel like he didn't step in the wrong direction. It almost looks like he got a little bit late of a jump, and then he went left and then back. So as a route efficiency, you wouldn't be 100% on that one, but pretty darn good. But still, the over-the-shoulder catch in the triangle, the run. Let's go, Willie.
Inside, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th.
I think they took Guidry off the game this year. I think he was on last year and the year before, but I think they replaced Guidry with CC Sabathia this year.
Pretty nice play there.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there. And the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth, yet so quick at the same time. And any slower, and those wheels burning down the first baseline are going to turn that into an infield hit.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get Cy Young through Baylor here. Yeah, I liked CC when he was with the Brewers when they run him that one year. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of him either. I used to taunt my brother and call him CC Sabathia. He did win them a World Series though. Well, not just him, obviously, but he won a World Series with them. So I should phrase that.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. So they go quietly there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Angels 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back in Boston, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Jason Varitek. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
I hope so. He won last year. He won the World Series last year.
Hope he gets a mistake.
So that was his first win in a couple of years, though. He hadn't won one in a little while. I won the World Series 3 years in a row before that. This year, I don't know. My team was like 6.5 games behind his. My record's pretty solid. I'm like, what, 45-17 or something? Like, that's pretty darn good. But he's only lost like 9 games. Like, he just can't lose right now.
I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
So here's Horner now. Upstairs. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Just missed. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
One down, base is empty. Misses just off the outside edge.
That was a strike. That was bad. Been watching PCA. You think he seems like it this year. I mean, on this game, like he can't do anything offensively because he wasn't that good offensively last year. So his attributes are poop. But he's a Gold Glove talent defensively, and he's an elite pinch runner too. So I use him to like defensive replacement Ted Williams or Manny, whoever's in left, and then I'll also pinch run him to try to steal. Oh my goodness!
Trout makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Honus Wagner will hit next. 1 for 2.
The shortstop, Honus Wagner.
Right through there for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it.
That was a while ago, though, right? Like, when was he was part of a deal they made, I feel like a long time ago, to the Cubs, right?
Just off the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, I don't remember what deal he was a part of, but I remember he was a prospect that got traded. Oh, you know who he was traded for? He was in the Javi Baez deal when the Mets traded for Javi Baez that one year.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Up the middle and makes the play, and that's out.
Yeah, I mean, they probably regret it now, but I mean, at the time they're trying to win, you know. That's the thing with the prospect trades is, like, you know, you might regret it later on, but I don't know. I would like my Red Sox to go make a move. Like, let's not just sit here and be complacent going win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. Last year we ended as an 82-82 team, and this year we're like 26-27 is our record. Like, we're good enough to be better than this, but we also might need some more people.
The hard throwing righty out of Venezuela, Brustar Guerrero will take over. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. And now batting, Mike Trout. He's already homered here in this one.
Yeah, that's the thing with the prospect deals. Sometimes you get the better end of the deal too. Like, look at the Dodgers and Red Sox trade. I mean, we traded Mookie because we didn't want to pay him a big deal, so we traded Mookie. And who did we get? We got Jeter Downs. Where is he now? You know, we got Verdugo playing in Atlanta right now, who we traded away last year, gave up on, sent him to the Yankees, our rival. And then we got Connor Wong still from that deal. But other than that, like, is that a deal you would do for Mookie Betts looking at it in hindsight? Like, I don't think so. So yeah, sometimes those deals go both ways. Sometimes you get the prospects and none of them turn out to be good. Sometimes you get a prospect on a rental and it looks like you look back 20 years from then and you're like, wow, why did we do that?
Ball.
Swing and a base hit.
Yeah, he did great with us. I was mad we traded him.
Just so sound.
I was just like, well, how are you going to do that?
Inside, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's some real power at the plate. Troy Gloss.
Oh yeah, the Braves messed up with that. I know they got Olsen, and Olsen had a great year for them, but I feel like they should have found a way to keep Freddie too.
Going on.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Foul ball there. Trout on at first, nobody out. Gratterol checks the runner, and he's back in safely. That misses, and a count 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One and two now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Runner.
Trout on the move. Pitch is low. Throw to second, and he's out.
Let's go, Tech. That's why I like having a good arm. Orioles have a back leg. I think they're going to trade. I don't think they're going to get rid of Rutschman. He's too young. He was a first overall pick, right? Not just first round pick. He was at least top 3, I want to say. But I think they're trading Mullins. I don't know how many years are left in his contract. I would have to look. But I think if they're gonna continue on, if they don't go on a giant win streak before the deadline, I got a feeling they might trade Mullins. Get some young prospects back or something. Get some pitching. Like, they could use a pitcher. Wouldn't you be happy if they traded Mullins for a pitcher though? Like, if they have a good center fielder they could bring up. Like, that's kind of the Red Sox problem is we have a lot of batter prospects, but we don't have a ton of pitching prospects, which is why they traded Corey Teal to get Crochet. But I feel like our bullpen is fine, but not good. I feel like our rotation, we have obviously Crochet, but I don't know how has struggling this year and got hurt.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they could trade him for a starting pitching prospect, or they could trade him for I don't know. They could be good. It could be beneficial for them.
That catches the corner. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Ben Joyce preparing to come on if needed. Quijada also getting ready. And that's in for a strike.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
The next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Got him! He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And there's a ball.
2-0 to count.
Is that the center fielder you're talking about?
Swinging a foul out of play. And that one missing low.
Is that the center fielder though? Is that who you're talking about?
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle.
All right, yeah, I'll definitely have to check him out. I just picked up Marcelo Mayer on my fantasy baseball team. I feel like he could be a really good player. And he's going to hopefully end up with third base and shortstop eligibility. What is my team doing? What are we doing, guys?
Even when he challenges these guys, he's getting away with it. That pitch right there really wasn't anything special, a hittable pitch, but he gets the punch out.
Mays stands in now and watches strike one. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Angels 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at Fenway, new inning getting started. And now the center fielder, Chili Davis. New pitcher for the Red Sox, Aaron O'Day.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now, obviously, the Orioles are not in a position to compete this year, right? But let's say, would you want them to trade that catcher or Adley if they could get a great starting pitcher back? Like if someone was like, I can't believe you're willing to trade Adley Rutschman. We'll give you, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something reasonable for an Adley Rutschman trade. What if somebody was willing to give you like a top end starting pitcher for Adley or for the other one? Okay, well, so what if there was a team? So I don't know if there's any teams. Okay, I don't know if there's what I'm trying to think of. Is there a team that would maybe want? Who's got a Miami? Let's go to Miami. Would you trade him for Sandy Alcantara? Because he's probably on the block.
Has had success against. That's the first pitch home run Jackson Chirino was an
Ground ball, Austin Riley. Riley fires to first. That's the first out in the top of the 7th.
The catcher, number 28, Travis d'Arnaud.
So here's d'Arnaud with 1 out. 0 for 2 in this one.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early.
Well, he wasn't playing last year because he had Tommy John surgery, but previously he won the Cy Young, what, 3 years ago? Only 22 he won the Cy Young, I want to say. Could have been 23, I can't remember. But he did win a Cy Young. Well, what other elite pitcher is going to be on the market this year? I think last year everybody knew Crochet would be available at some point. Off the top of my head, I don't know like what team would have a good starting pitcher that they're willing to get rid of. Is there someone that you know about that I don't?
On to first, and there are 2 outs. Now it's the Angels
The batter,
leadoff
number
man,
2,
Luis
second
Rengifo.
baseman, Luis Rengifo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that. I think Miami might do that too. But is there anyone else that you think might be available that I did hear someone told me that the Brewers might trade Freddie Peralta.
Runner at second, 2 down.
I would love it if the Red Sox got Freddie Peralta. But what would you have to give up for him?
Out towards
That's the
center,
question.
Williams on the move to the alley, and that'll do it. Angels lead one, but they lead it 1-0.
I would also take Sandy Alcantara too, because I feel like he would still be the second or third best pitcher on our team when Houck's healthy and pitching. Houck had like three good years in a row, but not good this year, and he's hurt now.
And stepping in for
Leading
Boston,
off
Ted
for the
Williams.
Red Sox, the left fielder, Ted Williams.
Yeah, I think if the Brewers want to do that, I'm not sure they do. Do they think they're in it this year? Like, if they think they're in it, maybe they wouldn't want to do that. But
I know there are more pitchers
hard to say.
that reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Gloss. And a quick out, number 1.
The first baseman, number 34, David Ortiz.
And next for the Red Sox, David Ortiz.
I think a lot of teams kind of feel that way about their teams, though. You know, it's easier for us to judge that stuff as fans. Like me, I think the Brewers are still in it too. I feel like the Red Sox have been slow to do something. Like, what are we sitting here doing? Like, we got great prospects. Are you telling me someone, like, we have a ton of outfielders. We got Roman Anthony ready to come up from the minors. We got Durant. We got Rafaela, who hasn't been able to hit at the major league level, sure. Still young, but Gold Glove caliber center fielder. Willier Brady won the Gold Glove last year in right. He's been hitting better this year.
That's why we're proud, official financial guidance partner of Major League Baseball.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like Rough Schneider can hit especially against a lefty, as an outfielder. I just don't know. Like, I wouldn't trade Marcelo Mayer because I feel like Story's going down in his career and he's not doing well right now. Plus Bregman just got hurt. So like having that infield depth, he's the only guy I really feel like is our infield depth. But would I trade an outfielder? Maybe to get a starting pitcher. Depends which one. But I could see them wanting Holiday. I just don't know, like, are the Orioles willing to do that? I'm not sure. I feel like the Red Sox being in the position they're in, I feel like they should they need to go make something happen. Go get a first baseman. Like, I don't know who's out there and available though, because you know it's always easier to say to go get somebody, but who's actually available? Like, what teams are willing to trade what players? Yeah, I mean Holiday's a lot younger and a solid prospect, and Peralta's older and not as controllable. If he signs the deal, depends on how much he gets, you know, too. Is he getting a lot of money? Is he not getting a lot of money? I don't know.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox, and it remains 1-0. Ready to begin the 8th. So in now for the Angels, David Hamilton. O'Day back to work. Rip towards third. Riley fires to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
The left fielder, number 25.
And next for L.A., Don Baylor. 1 for 3. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. O'Day, the tall righty, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a sinker. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's out number 2.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile off. His confidence.
Yeah, I gotta remember that.
He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth. Get back on track. His team needs him.
Here's Trout. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been.
All right, I'm giving O'Day Trout, and then after Trout, we'll yank him, whether it's this inning or next inning.
Clips the zone. That's strike 1.
Oh, man, I need to get a run.
Tighter, way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Outside, and the count even 1-1. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that is cut on and missed. That is strike 2.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
I liked him too. A little submarine sidearm delivery. I feel like he'd be a good middle relief guy for me, so I traded for him from the Orioles.
Ortiz takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Angels 1 and the Red Sox nothing. New pitcher on now, Hans Kraus.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off. Ozzie Smith.
Well, they're going with the lefty bat here, dude, trying to improve that matchup for a very important at bat in this game.
And ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
This to center field, and that'll get down for a hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Nico Horner will come up to hit.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
Wow, absolutely smacked, but on the wrong spot again.
Power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Honus Wagner up next for the Red Sox, known for his late inning heroics. That's a little bit low.
This is one of those situations.
His umpire's all over the place too. He's calling balls strikes and strikes balls, and it's halfway on the outside, but it's not a strike. But it's fully in the zone at the bottom, and it's not a strike. I don't know what he's doing.
in the dirt, and the runner holds.
Oh, we're stealing right now.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Tag. Save. Stolen base. Darno too late for the throw. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Holding on to a one-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch misses there. 3 balls.
He could have definitely hit that one, but if I do hit and run there and he swings and misses, then I'm dead meat at third base, I feel like. Third base is harder to steal.
Red Sox with a chance to tie it up. And ball 4 to aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Okay, let's go Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron up next for the Red Sox.
Or you hit a line drive and they double you off on a stupid one where you hit it right at someone and they come back.
On one swing.
You just gotta not get a double play here from Hank. Work the walk, Hank. It's okay. You don't gotta be the hero here. If you hit a bomb, great.
You can learn a lot about a guy by
You hit a bomb, great, you know. You get a walk. We're still good with Manny coming up with bases juiced. Let's go.
Next pitch is outside.
Let's go, Hank. Good discipline. I could try to steal here, but I feel like it's risky. 87 speed, 93 spearing speed. I maybe could steal.
And a foul ball. Makes the count 2.
And Darno, Hoppy's got a... Yeah, it's decent. Accuracy's not the greatest. Arm strength. Darno's kind of got a poopy arm, though. It is risky, though. But one hit would be a 2-1 lead, then. I'm really debating it right now.
Closer to home, we're back to more sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid-70s.
If I get thrown out at third, then I still have a guy at second, though. Ugh.
Back to you.
I just don't want a ground ball level play either. I just don't know if it's a great idea. No, I'm not doing it. I seriously consider it, though. I'm going to be mad, though, if I hit no double play on the ground here, though.
That one missing inside.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
2 on, 1 out, and they're all loaded up.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. There's some hot water trying to protect this lead.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Hans Kraus done for the night, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Now pitching for
Jose Quijada taking over on the mound.
number 65.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded.
Okay, so
Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Now here's the Red Sox DH.
okay, let's see what happens here.
Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
This is a big spot for a big-time player.
Let's see what he throws me. Is he going to throw me the cheese down the middle? First pitch.
In the infield at the
away.
corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from
Got
scoring.
speed on the bases.
So they're all
We can hit a
loaded
gapper
up.
here. It might be 3-1.
Late swing fouled off.
One of my favorite Manny Ramirez moments is when he high-fived that fan in left field in Baltimore.
And the count 1-2. stays alive.
And then he threw the ball. Looks like he forgot that it wasn't 2 outs or something. And then he was like, "Oh shit, I should throw it back in the infield." He throws it back in, and they double off the guy at first.
That's off the inside corner, and the count's even at 2. Got him looking. Huge strike.
He hasn't been calling that a strike almost the entire game. Every time it's been a 50-50 ball on the outside, it's been no strike. And now all of a sudden it's a strike.
Now you gotta hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with a big 2-out hit.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Willie Mays. Way upstairs, and that is ball 1. Big spot.
I mean, I don't have a problem if you want to call it because it clips the zone, it's a strike. But there's been 3 other times in this game that pitch has been called the ball. Now it's a strike.
And it's fouled off. 'Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Two outs. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first-pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
3-2 now.
At risk of walking in a big run here, and these fans are really letting them hear it as well.
Ted Williams, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be.
That was probably a ball, but.
On the ground, right side. Walker takes it to the bag. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. Nice work from the Angel pen there. Through 8 full. It's the Angels 1 and the Red Sox nothing.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound.
Come on.
25th appearance of the year for him. Troy Gloss.
Ooh, I think. Do I want to keep Riley in the game or keep Boggs in the game? So, Mays is batted, so it's going to be Teddy, Ortiz, and Riley. I don't think I want to put Fermin in that spot. I would rather have Riley's bat than Fermin. So, I'm actually going to take Boggs back out. Leave Riley in, and we're going to put Fermin. Oops. Fermin in for Boggs.
Getting ready to hit.
Now pitching. Number 78. Ready for me.
Right through there for a strike.
It's so annoying though. Like sometimes my team just does this. We have games where like can't score any runs, but we have a great lineup. Makes no sense.
That misses the zone, and the count 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Hank sizing this one up, makes the catch for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Christian Walker, the next to hit for the Angels. Now one missed.
One ball.
One run game here in the top of the ninth. Tap foul at the plate. Hit on the ground to the right side. Fair ball.
The center fielder, number 24. Chili
One down.
Davis.
Now it's going to be Chili Davis. Just missed. Walker, the base runner at first with one out. And that's way high. 2-0. Step off throw to first. Walker back in standing. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. One run game, one out, one on.
Like, but that one was called a strike? I don't know.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Hank snags it, and there are two outs.
The batter, number 3. Designated hitter, Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. And first offering is fouled off. And downstairs.
1-1.
Fastball is outside.
2-1. Ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
That one the other way. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Angels 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Kenley Jansen.
Now,
well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Well,
One-run game, and here is Ted Williams. Late swing, foul to the left. One-run game, bottom 9. And that is out of play. To the right side. Throws to first in time. One up, one down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
He's 2 outs away. And here's the first baseman, David Ortiz. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that one fouled off. A 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And that one is inside ball 1.
That's a really good take.
Off the mark there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that one upstairs. Austin Riley in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Trying to close out a 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
That's a tough one to swallow right there if you're on the mound. You're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put them away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite it.
So a change being made at first base. Pinch running for Boston, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Armstrong.
Riley in the box here lets that one go for a ball. That's inside. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th.
Ball 3.
Ozzie Smith in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So the tying run at second. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Ozzie Smith up next for the Red Sox. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. And the 0-2.
Ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
All right, so we're going to be super aggressive here because I want a double play, and maybe I can get in this crank position with 1 out. So we're in this crank position to third base. Safe? Yeah. That was a little scary, but now a fly ball could tie the game, so Ooh, close.
Winning run stands at second.
Ooh, they're playing back too. Maybe because the tying run's at second? Or the winning run's at second? Maybe so. Maybe they're playing back. Man, that was close though. Come on, Ozzy.
Swing and a ball popped in the
Let's go.
automatic double as it hops the fence. And the Red Sox.
That double steal won me the game. And Ozzy, obviously, but look at Poppy. What are they doing? They're fools.
Exactly that. Drives into a very cool walk-off win.
Man, if that wasn't pulling teeth though, like, we need to get more runs. Well, but really, my pitching is too good to have these games be too close.
Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Let's check out the box score. Oh, for sure that, and he had 2 hits. So Hannes 1 for 3 with a walk, okay. Hank Aaron a walk, 0 for 3 with a walk. Annie 0 for 4, not good, but he's been my best hitter all year long, so can't really complain about one bad game. Willie Mays 0 for 3 with a walk, okay. Williams 1 for 4, Big Papi hit and a walk, okay. Sun Riley, big walk, I guess. I mean, that's drawing a walk, that's pretty good. That big moment, but 0 for 3, not the greatest. Tech went 1 for 2, and I pulled them at the right time, apparently, with that pinch hit for Ozzy in the 8th. Ozzy came up in Tech's spot again. Okay. Roner 1 for 2 off of lefties, which is what I got him for. His average looked bad because I leave him in against righties sometimes in a blowout or something. But he's doing what I want him to do, which is hit off a lefty. Boggs. Boggs has just been poop. Although he smacked the ball. Like, he's done that a bunch of times too. Hits line drives to the outfield and they get caught. PCA, 2 steals in that last inning. Steal of second and the steal of third. Cy Young, a dominant outing. Give up 5 hits, kind of. Maybe not super dominant, but I guess 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. I gave up 1 run. Bruce Dyer, solid inning out of Bruce Dyer. 2 innings at O'Day, which I didn't think I was going to get. Been amazing for me. 1.01 ERA. And Holton 2.45. Okay, so the guy you want me to look up, his name is Enrique something. Right, let me go back. Enrique Bradfield. I'm gonna look him up real quick. Enrique Bradfield. Picked first overall in first round 2023. Oh, my brother claimed a pitcher. Funny, they give people secondary positions of catcher on here, and they can't block the ball. You can't block, you can't play catcher. Like, I don't get that. You got 1 blocking. Can't. Anytime the ball's in the dirt, you're gonna let it get by you. Like, what is that? So none of these guys are really good prospects at all. This guy's actually solid defensively. Alright. We'll go to... So my brother just claimed... Libertor? Okay, I mean he's a B. That's why he claimed him. I know my brother. That's why he claimed him, because he's a B. 65. Okay. Let's probably try to use him as trade bait later. Enrique Bradfield. He's in 283, so that's solid. Doesn't appear to have a lot of slug. 383. His OPS is in the 700, so that's pretty solid. Where can I see his steals? It's got 6 steals, has not been caught. Yeah, that's pretty good. I want to check out his fielding. How's his fielding looking? Has not made an error yet? Okay. He's 6 foot 170. I bet you he's fast at with a 170 frame. Is he on the game here? I wonder. Oh, there he is. He's got C potential on here. He's got speed. Look at 84 speed. He's actually a big league ready defensively, too, on this game. Can't hit yet on here. But it's hitting solid in the minors in real life. Dang, I'm still 6 games back. I'm 45 and 17, and I'm 6 games back of my brother. When is the last time my brother lost? He's in a 9-game win streak. Ugh. He scored 32 more runs than me. And he's given up less runs. He's given up 158. I thought my pitching was better. Yeah, as far as, like, catchers go. Well, this is the guy you're talking about. He's a B prospect. He went undrafted. They must have signed him straight from the DR. My brother's got Posada, who's got 23 bombs already. 1,000 OPS. Defensively, not that good, though. And he moved Wilson Contreras back to catcher. Traded for him, moved him back to catcher. I mean, I could try to get someone like Mauer, really good defensively. But, like, I mean, that's a ton of value. Do I think they could? This is a little different. They have Kerstad up right now, I think, in real life. He's not. I don't know. I feel like he needs to kind of, as the saying people would say, is shit or get off the pot. Like, I feel like at some point he's 26, going to be 27 next year. Like, they've been treating him like a prospect, but he's almost 27 already. Like, I feel like they should maybe trade him if they can get something good back. But he's young, so maybe they want to keep him. He's still kind of young, but he's traded, I think, in real life. I think he's on the Brewers. And Kauser could cover center. 60. He's a good defender. He can play center. He played it before, apparently, with his secondary position. I don't know if he's got enough speed, 70 speed, but that's not terrible speed, according to the game, obviously. I traded the Matt Holliday there. I traded for Holliday from the Rockies and traded him there so he could play with Jackson, but Jackson's not in the majors. But Jackson's, obviously, he's 21. They got Westberg. I mean, I feel like Westberg is solid. Like I would keep him if I were them. I'd probably try to keep Holiday. It's Mateo's contract. Arbitration next year, he'd probably be cheap. I don't think he's performed that well in real life. I kind of like him, but he's also not that good. He's average, but I love his speed in real life. They have Mountcastle and O'Hearn in real life. O'Hearn's okay. He's actually doing pretty solid this year, I think. I don't know how Mountcastle's doing in real life, but I mean, they definitely could. He's their backup catcher. They traded Gary Sanchez to the Cleveland on this game. I don't remember what they got, but yeah. Short, they obviously have Connor Henderson. I feel like Kauser. Yeah, I mean, I feel like what's his name? I think Kansas City. Mullins. I mean, Mullins is fine. I don't think he's great, and I don't think he's bad. I think he's slightly better than average, maybe. He's looking at his attributes on here. He didn't have a great year last year. He didn't have a great year, really, in 2023. I mean, honestly, he's been the same since 2022. He literally had the same OPS 2 years in a row. That's kind of crazy. 721. That's interesting. His OPS actually went down in 2024. But, I mean, he had a good 2021. I mean, that was great. But this is probably who he is. I mean, honestly, he had a 722 OPS in 2020 in the shortened season, and a 721 OPS in 22, and a 722 OPS again in 23. So as a hitter, I mean, this is kind of who he is. And last year, 710. So I don't know how he's doing in real life this year, but I would have to look at that. But kind of seems like he's around a 720 OPS guy. But yeah, I mean, he's not terrible. Like 2021 All-Star and Silver Slugger. They gave him quirks for a reason because he can have good days. But if I was the Orioles in real life, this is his last year, his deal. I would definitely look at trading him for a prospect. I would still trade him if I was a Baltimore fan. I feel like I would want to trade him, unless we go on a streak. Like unless at the end, let's say a month from today, the Orioles have won. I don't know. Let's just say out of the next 30 games, if they win 23 or something crazy, and all of a sudden they're doing really good, or even 20 out of the next 30, win 2/3 out of their next games, maybe you think about keeping them because you want to try to go for it. But if they think they're not making the playoffs this year, I would definitely be like, all right, let's trade them. Because you can always get them back. Great? I don't know. I mean, so let's say on this game he's... I don't know how I can do this. Let's see. As far as the game goes, let's go primary position center field. Let's say overall minimum of 70. Let's not count the legends because obviously they don't play in real life. Who's the best center fielder on this game that's not a legend? Julio. So Julio's the best center fielder. He's a 91. Duran's second, 92. Even though he's playing left a lot for the Red Sox now. Buxton's third at an 88. Merrill's fourth at an 87. Fifth is Michael Harris, tied for fourth, actually. Chirrillo, I don't know if you want to count him as center field because he doesn't play a ton of actual center, but he can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And he's tied for 19th among center fielders who are playing in real life overalls on this game. So, I mean, and he's tied for 19th with 3 pillars. I would agree with that. I would agree with that for sure. But he's a 78. I don't know if you need someone great. I mean, he's I would say good is fine, but you know what's funny? It's quicker for me to do it this way. You know who else I believe is a 70? He's a 79 is Sandy. So I know you said you didn't like him that much, but Cy Young 2022, two-time All-Star. I would be happy if the Red Sox got him. Didn't pitch last year. Maybe not pitching great this year. This was a shortened year from Tommy John, but having a little bit of a down year from his Cy Young year. But, I mean, as soon as he got to Miami, this is whip's a little too high there. This year his whip got a little lower. I would think so. How many? And Sandy's under contract the next 3 years. So I think the Marlins might want more than just Mullins. I think they would want. I think if you could deal Mullins for Alcantara straight up as an Orioles fan, if they offered that to the. Yeah, that's what I think that they would want a little bit more than Mullins. I think if you offered maybe Mullins and that catcher, they would do it in real life because Sandy's got 3 years. He's got this year and then another 2 years in his deal after that. So not only is he's about the same overall as Mullins, he's a year younger than Mullins, which is not a terrible age difference. He's a year younger, but he's controllable for the next 3 years. And he plays maybe the most sought-after position in baseball, starting pitcher. But I don't think I would do Jackson Holliday for him straight up. I would not do that. Especially as a team that's trying to... And if you're not trying to win this year, that doesn't sound like, why would I trade one of my best young prospects for... So I'm with you. I wouldn't trade Holliday for Alcantara, but if I were the Orioles, I might trade Mullins. Who would Miami want? I don't think they really want Mullins, though. They don't really need a 30-year-old outfielder either. They might do this guy straight up for him. I'm not sure. Adley's 27 already? What? Where's the time gone? Was he drafted at 24? I didn't know he was 27 already. He was drafted in 2019? Man, I feel like the draft wasn't that long ago. If I was in Miami, I might do this guy for him. I don't think they have good catching prospects. Obviously people are moving around on this, even though this is this year's franchise. Just they have this guy. I forget about this guy. So I don't know. Maybe they would move him to first if they don't think he's a great catcher fit moving forward. But if I was Miami, I'd be looking at young talent, young controllable talent. If you're trying to get a starting pitcher. So I get why they want Holliday, but Holliday's obviously worth a lot for a reason. So if I'm the Orioles, I wouldn't trade Holliday for him. Maybe, how long is Westberg on a contract for? He's got a renew year next year and 3 arbitrations after that. It depends on what they think about Jordan Westberg. He's 26. Do they want to lock him up? Defensively, he looks good on here with good speed and can hit. Good speed at third base is interesting, too. Kobe Mayo's a good young prospect. Well, are you willing to trade him straight up for Alcantara? I don't know. That'd be interesting. Yeah, interesting, man. Yeah, maybe that's something to think about. That's for sure. Yeah, they got a lot of position players, but I don't think they have a lot of starting pitching depth. I mean, this is with Legends, obviously, but Bradish. They traded DL Hall. I remember that move. You too, man. I'm about to end this stream soon too. As soon as I'm just looking at their pitching prospect, and I'll probably do another one later. My brother is going to play one later too, but he never talks with the Yankees. He just gets his games done and streams them. But I'll probably play another one later tonight too. But yeah, I definitely think they could look at getting some more pitchers. You take it easy.